What's going on, party people? Okay, I hope you enjoyed my silly little skit. So if you're a person who has ever been totally devastated by the number that you're getting on the scale in the morning, you've been tracking on your plan, you've been drinking your water, you've been seeing someone to work out, you have been on a mission, and yet you get up in the morning, you're excited, you go to weigh, and you're up like 0.2. It can literally devastate your day. And don't even lie about never being there. We have. And we can even drop one day and then go back up the next day. So I'm gonna share with you what actually happens during fat loss so that you will never be devastated again and you will know exactly what to think of the scale, and you're gonna take it with a grain of salt, maybe literally. So hey guys, I am Lauren Valentino and I help women with their nutrition and their fitness so that they can thrive in bodies that they love. So if you're tuning in today, I'm gonna have to turn down my light a little bit so that you can see my board here. But we're gonna talk about fat loss and how the body loses fat. You're gonna find this pretty interesting and you're probably never gonna view weight loss the same again. So I'm gonna let me turn my ring down here so that you guys can see my board. All right, we're still together. All right, so I'm gonna bring you close, super close. Okay, this is fat cells during growth and development. So as you're growing and developing, your body's making fat cells. It's not a bad thing. We need them for energy. We need them to function. So this is normal growth and development of fat cells, okay? As we ingest more energy than our body uses. So it's all about energy, guys, okay? So all about energy. So if we ingest more energy than our body uses, then our fat cells expand, okay? So they start to look like this. Now, same thing happens if we continue on and we aren't burning energy, we are just ingesting more energy than what our body needs. These fat cells just continue to get bigger. So if we fully expand these fat cells, okay, then they make more fat cells, okay? So that's where they have babies, okay? So they get bigger and they create more. So what happens when we lose fat is that we are expending more energy than what we are ingesting. So our bodies have to turn to our stored fat as an energy source. And so this is how our bodies lose weight. Now, I'm a nutritionist. I've been doing this well over a decade. And I always love it during the first week where clients report back to me after a week and they're like, yeah, I lost 6 pounds. So that is, I don't want to rain on your parade. You have to start there. So we always go through more rapid weight loss in the beginning. And what that actually is it's sodium and just things that are like easily excreted in our bodies that haven't found their home yet, okay? So we're eating cleaner, we're eating healthier, we have less junk in our system that causes swelling and holding on of water. So a lot of what we lose in the beginning is actually water weight. But it is important for you to know that so that as you're going along on this path, you're not discouraged. You're not like, well, in the beginning, I lost 5 pounds. Like, why is my body not cooperating? And so it's not that it's cooperating, it's doing everything perfectly. We get super impatient. You know, we never really think about, okay, how long did it actually take me to gain 10 pounds? Well, if the truth be told, it probably took you a longer period of time, right? Maybe you your scale battery died. You're like, I'm not replacing this thing. And so you get a new one for the house eventually and you're like, oh, I'm up 10 pounds. Or you may be a person who just weighs when they go to their doctors. And you're like, oh man, okay, I'm up. I didn't know that. So if you're really looking at it, it normally takes a longer span of time. I don't think anybody really goes and just like, oh, I gained 10 pounds last week. I don't think anybody really goes on like, that's not common. So it takes you a longer period of time for you to gain that weight. However, it's amazing how when we're working to get it off, we want it gone like that. So we're like, 2 weeks? What do you mean? I should be right back where I want to be. Doesn't quite work like that. So let me show you how it works. Because here's the thing. If you are going too strict on your nutrition, so if you're going super strict, what ends up happening is you get yourself in a situation where you end up super hungry. And so you go from eating really low to a little bit ravenous and crazy because you're like, maybe calories. And so you grab things quickly that are unplanned, or, you know, you're just trying to fill that empty hole. And then you're like, oh man. So you go back to low calories again. It's really great to come at fat loss with a plan that is healthy, consistent, and supportive of what your brain needs and your body needs every day, so that you don't experience this deficit to where you're looking for, that's where unhealthy patterns begin, is the best way to say it. Okay, but let me show you how we actually lose fat. So check this out. You guys are never gonna be bothered by a 0.2 on the scales ever again after I show you this. Okay, so this is our fat cell. I made it green. Well, this is Shrek's fat cell, okay? So here's his fat cell, and this guy is full of fat. Okay, so Shrek decided that he was not going to eat swamp people, and he went on a diet. Okay, so Shrek is, Shrek was eating 5,000 calories a day. His fat cells were full of fat. He was pretty happy about it, but Fiona was like, look, bro, you are not the man I married, so go on a diet. So he's like, okay. So he goes down to, and these are not real numbers, these are Shrek numbers. We'll say he took 1,000 calories off because he was overeating anyway. But you know what? He's like busy. He's out chomping down trees and stuff, so he's busy. So he went to 4,000 calories a day. So after a week to 10 days of doing this is what Shrek's fat cells look like. They have less fat in them. They have a little bit of a decrease, okay? But the rest of this is water. Okay, so this is like the first week to 10 days. See how there's a little blip off of the fat cell here? So it's like kind of retracts. But then what happens is shortly after that, this fat cell goes, yo, Shrek, hold up. I'm gonna save your space, man. Like, no ogre should be on a diet. I'll let you figure your stuff out. Don't let your wife tell you what to do. So the fat cell goes, oh, I'll hold your place. So the fat cell's being a great friend. And the fat cell goes, I'm just gonna fill that space up so that it's gonna be an easy entry once Shrek goes out with the boys and he has his normal steak dinner, okay? So easy entry, just pushes that water right out, the fat goes in, and the cell's cool. So what happens after that, so Shrek's like, nope, we're gonna keep, like, hey, I'm kind of liking this. Got a little abs showing here. So Shrek goes down to 3,000 calories, okay? This is all based on energy expenditure. And when I'm using the word fat, I'm not talking about dietary fats, I'm talking about body fat, okay? So Shrek's like 3,000 calories, we got this. Want to be ready for beach season in the swamp. So he goes down to 3,000 calories and the fat cell fills totally with water. So it has no fat, okay? So what happens is that this takes time. So when I'm working with women and they plateau, they'll even tell me, they're like, I can fit in my jeans easier. I see a big difference. But the scale's not telling me anything. Like, what is going on? What happens is that this fat cell fills with water until it trusts that it's no longer needed. And then it flattens, okay? And so this is a process and it's not a fast one. And so this is how I teach my women that I'm working with to look, or any human to look at weight is like this. But especially women, I'm gonna talk to women because with our hormones and being cyclical each month, and you know what, even even if you're not, doesn't matter. This still applies. So check this out. So say that you're a woman that is 150 pounds. And if you've ever worked with me, you've heard me give you this analogy, okay? So when you tell me you're 150 pounds, I tell you, you are 148 to 152. So I make my women look at their weight as a circular unit of 4 pounds, okay? You have to burn 3,000, so take this in, 3,000 calories. You have to burn 3,000 calories above and beyond energy expenditure to lose 1 pound of body fat. Now, I'm gonna show you guys what that looks like. I hope you're gonna join me on my Facebook Live this week, okay? So I'm gonna show you what this looks like. 5 pounds of muscle, 5 pounds of fat. I know you've seen it, but I'm gonna show you again because it's always impactful to see it. So 1 pound of body fat is a lot of space. It takes up a ton of space. And so what happens is that you actually losing 1 pound of fat's a big deal. So I tell my women, you talk to me or talk to yourself so you can celebrate or be upset when you are outside of your 4 pound range, okay? When you're outside of this 4 pound range, you've done something. If you're down a pound, awesome, you're on your way. But it's not anything, like, I don't even really let you pat yourself on the back yet, because that could be water. It could be, I don't know, you could have not eaten your meals last night. It could be all kinds of things. You could be up a half a pound. You could have not gone to the bathroom yesterday and did number 2, okay? You could be coming up on your menstrual cycle. You could be PMSing. You could be holding extra water. You know what? I am not gonna let you ruin your day over half a pound, right? So this is how we view our weight at LaurenValentino.com. Is we view it in a circular way so that you can go on living your life and be happy and focus on the things that matter to get you from here to here, okay? So hopefully you guys enjoyed this. Never view weight the same ever again. I love scales, but you know, if you're tracking on a fat loss journey, I think you should only weigh yourself weekly. That's my thoughts. If you have access to an in-body scan, I think that's even better. So you're really gonna get a great picture as far as in your body, what is actually fat and what's muscle, where you need to work. It's just a great tool for you to look at the composition of what your body's made of. So hopefully you enjoyed this. Make sure to like and subscribe, share it with your friends, and I will see you on our next training. Have a great day, guys.